to like join the locus.
Yeah.
Join the locus. Yeah. So yeah, it's since I'm not racist to like lucky you, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, cool. So, okay
Join
then.
badass. Yeah.
Yeah. How about And so, how long have you been making rap then?
Not that long. It's like I'm just enjoy listening to it
Mm-hmm.
and just being a fan.
Oh, okay.
I always wanted to write, but it's like I don't know where to start.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna help you start then with that sort of stuff. So,
Yes.
why don't we how did you want to do this? Like do you have any songs of yours recorded?
No.
Okay, do you have any raps written?
Sure.
Yeah.
I let me find out. It's just like I don't even know what like bars are, or I don't know like how to structure rap yet.
Mhm.
So like I really love to know like really basic stuff.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can teach you all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So how about you can you send me the lyrics of your rap and then
Uh-huh.
can you perform them?
Okay. Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. Let me send it. Okay. Let me see.
Mhm.
Where is it? Okay. Like this.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh well.
Okay, so it's like I do like two backpack in a suitcase with the hanger with the shoe, little shoes in the bag. No, I ain't coming back. Today's the day. Bye bye to the go. Say bye bye to my home. Before door open, mama warned me. Listen, you never coming back. Leave the key. See, no more home for these words still siege my mind. Relapsing suicidal thoughts tease my mind. Need friends close to me to ease my mind. Yeah, I think she really meant it though. No more words. Happy birthday. No, not even a call. Like
Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, okay. So this is how we're gonna do it. So yeah,
yes.
that's really good. So I'm gonna teach you like a bar and a beat
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then we are sort of gonna rearrange your verse a little bit so that it makes more
Yes.
musical sense. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes. Sir.
yeah, so it's nice that you came to me like at the start of this, because then you don't have any
Yes.
bad habits. You know,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
have to unteach you anything.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
let's start. Let's start here. Okay, so
Mhm.
this is how it works, right?
Mhm.
A verse is usually 16 bars long. Okay,
Mhm.
and each bar lasts 4 beats. Okay,
Yes. Mhm.
uh, and so we call them beats 1,
Mhm.
2, 3, and 4, right?
Mhm.
And beats 1 and 3 are called the strong beats, and that makes beats 2 and 4 the weak beats, okay? Now,
Mhm.
so it's important for rap to know which are strong and which are weak,
Mhm.
because the bass kicks in a rap beat go on beats 1 and 3. And the
Mhm.
snares in a rap beat, and I'm writing all this down for you, in a
Thank
rap
you.
beat go on beat 2 and 4, okay?
Mhm.
So that's the bass kick. Bass kick is the low, uh, echoing sound in a drum kick, okay, you know? So it's the one that's like, boom, boom, right? Down low, right? And then a snare is the higher one, right? So it's like, psh, psh, right? So the bass kick goes on 1 and 3, and the snare goes on 2 and 4. So you go like, 2, 4, 2, 4, okay? Because you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And so the snares then go on the 2 and the 4, right? And so that sounds like 1, 3, 1, 3. So then when you put them together, you get the whole beat, right? So it goes, sorry. Right? And so that basic pattern describes every rap song you will ever hear. So I'm going to play you a few right now, and I'll count you where the 1 is and where the 4 is, right?
Okay.
So to summarize, this pattern can be found in every rap song, okay? And it's like a pattern you need to find before you can write rap. Okay? It's like you should think of this pattern, the bass kick snare pattern, are the directions for your rap. They tell you where to go, okay? It's like you get like an atlas, right? And it says, if you're going to the store, it says, turn left on this road and go straight for 2 miles and then go right. And then you'll get there, right? That's what this bass kick snare pattern does, okay? It tells you when to start your verse, when to end your verse, when to stop your sentences, and when to start your sentences, okay? So let's just listen to a few real quick, and I'm just gonna skip through them, and I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can hear where it is, okay? And I'll play it loud so you can hear it. I'm also recording this, so you can listen back to it later, okay? Right? Okay. So this is called Downtown by Macklemore.
I'm like, honestly, I don't know nothing about mopeds. He said,
1,
I got
2,
the one for
3,
you. Follow
4.
me.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that song.
Yeah, me too. I love that song. I like the music video too.
Yeah, do you know it? Yeah, I love that song, man. That's a good one. Alright, let's get to another one.
You heard stories about the angels and brotherly love.
Alright, so this is called Hard Hitters by Dilated Peoples.
This is for the force. I'm flying straight ahead. There'll be no mission aboard. We can
1,
take it to the streets and
2,
take it
3,
to court.
4.
Shit,
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Right? So, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. So this is Kendrick Lamar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How can I paint this picture when the colorblind is hanging with you? Sun on my face and I walk with a scar. Another mistake living deep in my heart.
Feel that?
On top of my sleeve.
Alright. So this is called Runaway. This is called Runaway by Wyclef Jean. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Alright, let's just do a few more.
You listen to the kicks? You listen to the kick or the snare?
Both.
Both, okay.
Yeah, I find the bass kick first. So that's a
Okay.
good question. Find the bass kick first,
Okay.
and then find the snare. Okay.
Okay.
So you'll notice that it's a little different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a beat always lasts the same amount of time on a song. Okay. So if you're confused, you can think about clock time, right? The kind of time that clocks tell, right? So let's just say like, so I'm teaching you about musical time, okay?
Yes.
And to understand it, we're gonna talk about clock time, right? So clocks measure minutes, right? Clocks measure minutes, okay? But music measures beats, okay? So this is our first big difference. Music measures beats, right? Now, when clocks measure minutes, those minutes always last for the same amount of time, right? A minute is always 60 seconds. And that never changes, right? In Japan, a minute is 60 seconds. In the USA, a minute is 60 seconds, wherever you are, right?
Yeah.
And so, and just like minutes can be broken down into seconds, minutes can be added together, right? And then they make hours, right? Well, with beats, with bars and beats, it's something similar, okay? So a beat can be broken down into what I'm going to call 4 syllables, right? And we'll get to that later. But beats can also be added together into bars, okay? And then bars get added together into verses, just like minutes are added to make hours, and hours are added to make days. Okay? So it's like the same thing, we're just giving it different names. The big difference is in the fact that beats don't always last the same amount of time. Sometimes they're fast, and sometimes they're slow. But we still call them a beat, okay? So whether you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? It can go different speeds, right? And that's the difference. Is that clocks, minutes will always last the same amount of time. But between different songs, a beat won't. But on a song, it will. Okay? So beats last different amounts of time between songs, but on a single song, a beat will always last the same amount of time. So this is the process for finding a beat. Finding the beat, let me call it, okay? Is find the bass kick, find the snare, and then count evenly between the two. Okay? So you don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, because then your 1 and 2 are quicker than 3 and 4 are, right? So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 in a really even way, okay? So let's just do a quick few more.
Yeah.
Black is so no. My
1,
work is
2,
black. I got
3,
diplomas in the back
4.
that are bursting over
1,
the sack that I pulled them
2,
in.
3,
This folder was
4.
folded over.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So that's that. Okay? And you have to be able to find the beat, because it will give your song structure, okay? So how about we do this then? Can you play some music on your computer or from your phone or something? Just anything. And then try to count the beat to it.
Let me try this.
Yeah, make sure I can hear it too.
Okay.
Yeah, love that.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
You started out. You started out right. You started out right, and then I think you saw me and you hesitated, so then you missed it.
Yeah.
But you had it right. You had it right. Okay.
Okay.
So why don't you just keep doing it? Keep doing it.
Okay.
Make sure your one is on the bass kick.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No.
No, here.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you. You're starting, so you're counting it right. Well,
Yeah.
you're counting it right, but you're naming the beats wrong. And because you're starting the 1 on the snare, right?
Okay.
But where does the 1 go? The 1 goes on the bass kick, right? So, here, I'll play that song real quick. Let's just do this one. All right, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And but this is what you were doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But so there it was wrong because the 1 was on the snare. And remember, the 1 goes on the bass kick. Okay?
Okay.
So you had it right at the start. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So how about you try it on a different song?
Okay.
I done did a lot of things in my day. I admit it. I don't take back what I say. If I said it, then I meant it. All my life I won a Grammy, but I'll probably never get it. I ain't never had no trophy or no motherfucking ribbon. Fuck the system, I'm that nigga. Bend the law, cut the rules. I'm about to risk it all. I ain't got too much to lose. Y'all been eating long enough. It's my turn to cut the food. Pass the plate with my drink. This my day. Lucky you. Fuck you too. Woo. Y'all gotta move. Y'all gotta
Whoa,
move.
I don't know this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
Right, okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, so you can do it, right? You can do it. Now what we want to work on is you doing it all the time. You know what I mean? So that's how I started out, is you just, whenever you hear music, just try to find where the beat is, okay? So yeah, you've got like a good instinct for it, right? So the one I told you about before, where the bass kick is on the 1 and the snare is on the 2, that's a rule, okay? But here are some hints about the bass kick, right? The bass kick will start new sections, right? So, because I saw you just do it right there, right? When the song comes in, you think that a bass kick is gonna begin. What's the name of that song?
Lucky You.
By who?
Joyner.
Okay.
Johnny Lucas.
Yeah, right. Oh, right. This one? Yeah. Here. I'll listen to it with you real quick, and I'll show you what I mean.
There's a gazillion.
Okay. Because you had like a good instinct for it. So I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah. I done did never get me. All my life I wanted a lot of things and yeah. I done did a lot of things in my day. I admit it, I don't take yeah. I done did a lot of things in my day.
Right? We think that the bass kick is gonna come in because that's what the beat is telling us is going to happen. You know, it's like building up. He's slowly entering the track. He's talking more and more, but he doesn't, right? It's like a fake out. You know, it's like a cliffhanger in a movie, right? And so that's what I mean when I say a bass kick begins a section, because all of this is the intro. Here, this is the intro. This is the intro. This is the intro section.
Yeah.
And then the verse is about to start.
A lot of things in
Verse,
my day.
right? So a bass kick begins new sections, right? And so what that means is it will have like other ideas come in with it, like pianos, synths, special effects, and stuff like that, right? And I think that even happens a little bit.
Yeah. I done did a lot of things in my day.
Right? So there's a little like orchestra stab there. It's like a little dun in the background, okay?
Yeah.
So that's another hint, is that instruments come in on it. Another hint is that rappers begin their sentences on beat 1 and end on beat 4 generally. Now this is interesting because Joyner doesn't begin on beat 1. I think he begins on beat 2. Let's see.
Yeah. I done did a lot of things in my day.
Sorry, here, I'll count. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he begins on beat 3, right? And so that's sort of interesting, because it's not where a whole lot of rappers begin it. But if we go back to the song we were listening to before...
Come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I...
Sorry, hold on.
Come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I... Come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm blast. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn.
Right? So there, Tupac is beginning his sentence during beat 1, right? So he's like, 1. How's it? God damn it. How's the song start?
Come on. I see no changes.
I see no change.
Wake up in the morning.
1, 2, 3. I see no changes. Wake up every morning and then I ask myself, right? So this is how Tupac is doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I wake up every morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? Okay? So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I wake up every morning and I ask myself. Okay? So wake is on beat 2. Mourn is on beat 3, and ask is on beat 4, okay? So if I'm writing it out for you, this is how I would write it out, okay? So this is Tupac, bar 1 on changes, okay? There's beat 1, and then 2, wake, 3, mourn, and 4, ask. And so I like to sort of diagram my raps even, and other people's raps in this way, so that I understand them better, okay? So that's what I just sent you. I put parentheses around the word, the syllable that is on the beat, and the beat that syllable is on, okay? So there, it's like 1, wake, mourn, ask. And that's like the skeleton of the sentence, of the rap, okay? And nothing else really matters. Those are the important things. It's like the structure, the framework, okay? And so when you write your rap, and this is like the most important thing I'm going to tell you today, when you write your rap, you have to make sure you know where that framework is, okay? So you should be able to tell someone which syllable is on beat 1, which is on beat 2, which is on 3, and which is on 4. Okay? And so eventually, you know, you'll just get really good at this, and it'll just come to you naturally. Okay? And so, let's just do another example of diagramming, okay, to help you with this idea.
Bitch. Killer. Get out the I be like, move. Get out the way, cause bitch.
Okay, so this is called Leave Me Alone Part 2 by Cameron. It's an old one. And so he starts like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be like, move. Get out the way. Okay? So that's how it starts. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Move. 2. Get out the way. Okay? So I'm snapping the beat. Now, can you tell me what word is on beat 1? And I can do it again if you need me to.
Move.
Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty, not a trick question. And then nothing is on 2, right? He goes like move 2, and then which is on beat 3? Move.
What was it?
Yeah.
How did the verse go?
1, 2, 3, 4. Move 2. Get out the way.
Get out.
Get. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So get is on 3. And then what is on 4? Right? So it's 1.
Right.
Yeah, but which syllable? It's just one syllable.
Get out. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. Good work. Right? So this is us now. This is what this looks like, okay? Move, 2, get, and way. Okay? And everything else you can just write in between if you want, right? So it looks like this. 1, move, 2, 3, get out the 4 way. So you don't have to write it in the exact same way that I do. You know, you can just use the numbers over your lyrics when you write them on a pad. But you do need to know what this framework is. Okay? And so let's just do one more, and then we're going to look at your verse. Okay? And we'll try to find this framework, okay?
DJ, look. Yo, what up? This your boy, Cool C.
I love this song. Do you listen to Waka Flocka at all?
Oh, I listened to one with the. Did MGK feature
Yeah.
one of his songs? The Wild Boy?
Probably. Oh, Wild Boy? Yeah, that's him. yeah, exactly. Yeah, some nut shit. But yeah, so this is called 50K Remix, okay? Waka Flocka, 50K Remix with T.I. Alright, so this is how it goes.
I'm drinking champagne, 1 deep in my phantom ghost.
Okay, so now he does it a little backwards again. Right? Okay. It's a little different. So I want to see if we can catch it.
DJ Love De Niro is in the building. Squad.
Wow, that's cool.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Okay. So this is a little hard to tell. So I'm gonna do it again. All right.
Wow, that's cool.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm drinking. Right. Okay. So I can do it for you now. Okay. So this is how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'm drinking champagne. 1 deep in my phantom ghost. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. I'm gonna snap again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'm drinking champagne. 1 deep in my phantom ghost. I'm drinking champagne. 1 deep in my phantom ghost. Yeah. Okay. So which syllable is the first on the beat? It's the first one on the beat, okay? I'm going to slow it down for you again and just do the opening, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I'm drinking sham. Right? Right? So which is the first syllable on the beat? And remember, on the beat syllables are louder. Okay? They're louder, which means they're accented. Okay? So they stand out more. And that's how you tell which ones are on the beat, okay? So 1, 2, I'm drinking sham. What's the first syllable that stands out to you?
Drinking.
Drink. Right, exactly. So we would write it like this. 1, 2, I'm 3, drink. Right? Okay? And that's how we get that. So let's... 1.
I'm drinking champagne, 1 deep in my phantom ghost. Bad bitch.
Yeah, okay? So that's how that... So what's the last beat then? 1, 2... Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, I'm drinking champagne. Right? So can you tell me... What sham is the next one on the beat, you said, right?
Yeah.
So that's sham, like sham. And then how about, is pain accented?
Champagne.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah.
Is pain on the beat? 1, 2, I'm drinking champagne.
It is?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, good work. That's a little and that's a hard one to catch because he's rapping across the bar line now, right? He's doing what Joyner Lucas was, right? So it goes 1, 2, I'm drinking champagne, 1 deep in my phantom ghost. So how about for that part? 1 deep in
fan thing? Did you say fan thing?
Sorry, the words are 1 deep in my phantom ghost.
Phantom ghost.
Yeah, phantom ghost is a car.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
so it goes...
Yeah.
So it goes like this. 1, 2, I'm drinking champagne, 1 deep in my phantom ghost.
Phantom and a ghost?
Right, yeah. So how about... So ghost is on the beat, and the fan of phantom, right? Remember, only a syllable. Only one syllable can be on a beat. Not a whole word. Well, unless the syllable is a whole word, right? So how about 1 deep? One deep in my. 1 deep in my.
Deep.
Right? Deep. And then how about before that? 1 deep.
Oh, 1 deep. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So actually deep is not accented. That's my mistake. This is how it goes though. 1. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 deep in my. 1 deep in my. Remember, you're asking yourself, which syllable am I saying at the same time I'm snapping? Because this snap is the beat. This snap is the beat. Okay, so I've just simplified it for you. I took out the bass kicks and the snares, and I'm just snapping where they happen. Okay? So you can do this too. You want to replace the bass kicks and snares with your own snapping. Okay? So how about now? So it goes 1 deep in my phantom ghost. 1 deep in my phantom ghost. So in the phrase 1 deep in my, which words are happening at the same time I'm snapping? 1 deep
and in.
Yeah, exactly, right? So now we've got the whole thing, right? So it goes 1, 2, I'm, and then drink is on 3. In is between the beat. Sham is on 4. Then we have a new bar, where pain happens, right? On 2, champagne, 1 deep. On 2, actually the word 1 happens. Deep. On 3, in my champagne, 1 deep in my fan. And ghost is actually on 1. Right. Deep in my fan. 4 is fan. And then a new bar has ghost. Okay? So that's what that looks like, right? So we can see the structure. That's what we need to see. We need to see the structure of the beat. We need to see, so I'm going to write this down. We need to see the structure of the beat in any rap lyrics we write, okay?
Yeah.
So, I can, let me show you, well, we've done enough examples. I don't have to give you, like, a song I made. So let's go back, to yours, then. and work on it in the last 20 minutes that we have, okay? So this is what you wrote, right? And we're going to skip the opening part for now. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind, need friends close to me to ease my mind. Suicidal thoughts, they tease my mind, need friends close to me to ease my mind. See, and this is why I wanted to skip ahead, okay? So let's take this. Let's take this part. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind, need friends close to me to ease my mind. So that's cool. That's a good line, right? Because you rhyme tease my mind with ease my mind, right? So you have an internal rhyme and a long 3-syllable rhyme, which is cool. And so I like this line, though, because I can see the structure of the rap. You know what I mean? So suicidal thoughts tease my mind. That is the structure of the beat. So it would be like this. One, suicidal thoughts. Suicidal. So thoughts is on 2, tease is on 3, and mind is on 4, okay? See that? And that's that bar. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind. You hear how that just sounds good? It has structure to it, right? Yeah. Sue is emphasized. Thoughts is emphasized. Tease is emphasized. Mind is emphasized. And then you keep doing really well because need friends close to me, ease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. And there's the structure again, right? So now we have need friends close is on 2. Ease is on 3. And then mind is on 4 again, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. And then this is a really good couplet overall, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. Boom. Done. Perfect rap, okay? And then it's really, really easy to add a beat behind it, right? So you can find, like, anything. We need something a little quicker, so let's just see what this sounds like. Sorry, I'm trying to find a random song on YouTube. Damn
Get an
it.
extra 30% off
on,
fine
dog.
jewelry supervise. At Macy's, the gift destination.
Right? Suicidal thoughts tease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind. Need friends close to me, ease my mind. So do you see how easy that is to just add something behind it? You know? So this is like the process. That's what you always want to have, right? Is this 4-bar structure in your beats, okay? So that's really good. And then and that whole, actually the ending really of your lyrics was really pretty good. My mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back, right? So and then the rest of this, we sort of have to clean up a little bit. Because you either have too many syllables or not enough syllables, and that's hiding the structure of the beat, okay? And so let's take this part, right? Another thing about the bar is that rhymes usually come at the end of the bar, okay? So on beat 4 or beat 3, right? And so we even just saw that in the part you wrote. Suicidal thoughts tease my mind, need friends close to me, ease my mind, right? Okay? And so rhymes also help give the bar structure, okay? And so don't forget that too, okay? Because this is where this line, before door opens, my mama warned me, listen, you ain't never coming back, leave the key. That's a line that could use more structure to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's combine all of this, right? Let's just talk about all of this. So my mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back, right? Let's just take that. Before door opens, mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back. Leave the keys, see, no more home for ya. Right? Yeah. And so, because rhymes in rap usually come at the end of a sentence, right?
Yeah.
So even anything we've heard so far, so...
With me, where my manners go.
Right.
Campaign, one deep in my phantom ghost. Bad bitch with me, where my manners go.
So there he says, I'm drinking champagne, one deep in my phantom ghost. Bad girl with me, where my manners go. Right?
Yeah.
So Phantom Ghost was at the end of an album, sentence. And then Manners Go was at the end of a sentence, okay? And so, but here, it's sort of like, these are your sentences, right? Before door opens is one. My mama warned me, listen, is one. You ain't never coming back is one. Leave the key is one. No more home for ya is one. And these words still seize in my mind is another one. But none of that rhymes, right?
Yeah,
so opens doesn't rhyme with listen, back doesn't rhyme with key, and so on. So one thing you can do is literally just pick a word, write your first sentence, go to that sentence's last accented word or syllable, rhyme off of it, put that rhyme at the end of the next bar, and then fill in the first 3 beats of the next bar. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is just use rhymes to structure your rap, right?
Okay.
And we can do this now, okay? So before door opens, that's like extraneous. It's extra. So it's a good image though, but we gotta save it for later, okay?
Yeah.
So we can use it later. Like that's like a beginning of a song. You know, a door opens, that's like a beginning, right? It's starting something. So you want to open your song like that. And you know, that's a good thing. Or close it even. Right? And so then, what we're left with is my mama warned me, listen, you ain't never coming back. But the thing is, how many beats is that?
Yeah,
it's 5, right? It goes 1, my mama warned me, my mama warned me, listen, you ain't never coming back. You can do it like that, but that's not how you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
My mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back. So never, so delete never.
Yeah.
And delete my, right? Because now it'll make more sense. Now we can do it like, mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back, right? So now it looks like this. Mama warned me, listen. 3 gets you ain't coming, and then 4 is on back, okay? So, mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back. Mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back. And now we hear 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mama warned me, listen, you ain't coming back, right? So, there were too many beats before, right? Because if you had mama warned me, listen, you ain't never coming back, then it would look like mama warned me, listen, you ain't never come. Mama warned me, listen. Oh, right, sorry, I messed up. Mama warned me, listen. You is on 3. You ain't. Mama warned me, listen. You ain't never coming back. Mama warned me, listen, you ain't never coming back. Well, okay, I don't want to get into that, but, so it's just too many words, okay? Basically, let's just leave it at that for now, alright? So this is the line we have now, though, and so back, right? And so you want to think of something that you could complete the next sentence with, okay? So this is what we do. Back is our rhyming word. So now we have to pick something. We have to pick something that rhymes with back, okay? Because our next sentence that we already have, leave the key, doesn't rhyme, right?
Yeah.
And so, but what if we took leave the key and made that the beginning, okay? And so now we're working with Mama wore me listen, you ain't coming back. Leave the key in the whatever is yeah, she told me that. Alright, let's just do that, okay? Leave the key in the, I don't know. Would you ever leave your key anywhere? Leave the key on the counter. Yeah, she told me that. How about that? Okay? So, Mama wore me listen, you ain't coming back. Leave the key on the counter. Alright, so now it looks like this. 4, you ain't coming back. Leave the, and that's our first bar. So key goes on 1. Key on the counter is on, count of counter is on, counter is on 2. Yeah is on 3. Yeah, she told me. And then that is on 4. Okay? So now it feels like a rap, right? Because we have the structure to it. Okay? So it goes, Mama wore me listen. You ain't coming back. Leave the key on the counter. Yeah, she told me that. Right? Pretty good. Okay? And so that's the whole thing, right? And so a sentence in rap also usually lasts for a bar. Okay? So 4 beats, right? And so you use all of this to arrange your rhymes, right? So your first sentences, all your sentences, first accented syllable should usually go on beat 1, okay? And its last accented syllable should go on beat 4, okay? You hear that? So Mama wore me listen, you ain't coming back, leave the key on the counter, yeah, she told me that. Perfect. And then, yeah, good, okay? So this is the sort of thing I would ask you to do for the rest of your, verse, okay? To give it structure, right? Because the beginning, especially, was just a little too loose. It was a little too free, right? So it's like, you gotta know what you're doing when you write. It's sort of the, and I don't mean, like, get better. What I mean to say is, like, build off what you already have. That's what I mean. Build off what you already have. So it's like 2 backpacks and a suitcase is like an idea. But the next idea, and a hanger with suits, isn't responding or building on your first idea, okay?
Okay, I see.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like 2 backpacks and a suitcase. I expect to hear a few things in the next few beats, and you didn't do any of those things, right? So you go 2 backpacks and a suitcase. 2 backpacks and a suitcase. Shoot, right? And so it's like I expected to hear, right, 2. So 2 is accented, and so I expected to hear a rhyme off it, but I didn't. You know, backpacks is a rhyme, and so I expect to hear, like, 2 backpacks and a tracksuit, suitcase, and a hanger with suits. But, like, that didn't happen either, you know? And so even case, like suitcase, shoelace, two-face, but you didn't rhyme off any of those either, right? So this is what I mean when I say you got to build off your idea, okay? So we can do this real quick. 2 backpacks and a suitcase, right? 2 backpacks and a suitcase. Dun, 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 dun. So since this is the start of your verse, you're really building up to something, right? And this is a sentence whose syllables only last for 3 beats. But how many beats are in a bar?
4.
Right. So you could make it longer, the sentence longer, and say like 2 backpacks, a tracksuit, and a suitcase. But because it's the beginning and you're building up, I would take a pause then. Because that will allow you to pace your verse, right? When you're thinking in a verse, and this is another point for you, advice. It's like, do you ever work out? Do you ever exercise?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just body weight, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, what's the first thing you do when you get to the gym? Do you go over and grab the heaviest weight?
No, stretch.
Right, you stretch. Exactly,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah.
So, the beginning of your verse is like you're stretching, okay? And then what do you do after your workout? When you've lifted everything? Do you just go home?
Take shower, cool down.
Cool down.
Water, yeah.
Cool down, right? So if a verse is 16 bars, then bars 1 through 4 are like your stretch, and bars 13 through 16 are like your cool down, and bars 5 through 12 are like your sprint, right? It's your max out. It's when you max out, right? That's what weightlifters call it, yeah. And so here we want to stretch ourselves, right? To stretch our arms and our legs. So this is what I would say, okay? 2 backpacks and a suitcase. So you would go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 backpacks and a suitcase. Da 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 da. Okay? So this is a flow now. Because we took a good rhythm and then we repeated it. Okay?
Yeah.
So 2 backpacks and a suitcase. 2 backpacks and a suitcase. So right now you're like listing things, right? It's the stuff you took with you when you left. So then the next words should be more stuff that you took with you when you left, okay? So like 2 backpacks and a suitcase, pause. New, because then that's another new track, new flat tracks. Do they call them? What do they call flats? They call them flats. New jack flats. That's funny. New jack flats with no shoelace. Right? Okay. So flats is like a slang term for sneaker. New jack is something that just means cool. And so now, and look at how many new rhymes I made. 2 backpacks and a suitcase. New jack flats with no shoelace. I mean, that's a pretty dope fucking, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so I want you to show, like, this is all your idea. Like, I'm just building off your idea, And as soon as you get good at being able to tell what kind of idea you're coming up with, then you can start writing like this, right? So to analyze this for you, 2 backpacks and a suitcase, and then 4 is empty, right? And then we have our next bar, and then new jack flats with no shoelace, and then 4 is empty again, okay? So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 backpacks and a suitcase. New jack flats with no shoelace. Right? And now this is pacing us better. Because you kind of got like to the end of the song in 5 lines. You know what I mean? Like, your mom telling you that you're not coming back, that's sort of like the end of the song. You know, like that's the sad thing, right? And so I'm just trying to pace it out and like give you time to tell your story. So what I would tell you is don't rush through things. Take time to tell your story, I like to think a lot about movies. Like, what's one of your favorite movies?
Well, there's a lot. Before Vendetta?
Yeah, exactly, right? So in the beginning, the first thing that happens isn't Natalie Portman being kidnapped to go work with V, right? Then the movie would be over. And so it's like the same thing, okay? Like, you gotta set the scene, right? So 2 backpacks and a suitcase, new jack flats with no shoelace. So then you add 1 more bar, and this is gonna be like your homework for when you want to work on it. So 1 more bar about stuff. 1 more bar about stuff you took with you. 1 more bar listing stuff that you took with you. Listing stuff you took with you that also has the same rhythm, the da 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 rhythm, okay? And then your last bar, and this is just fucking classic songwriting. You're gonna list stuff you couldn't take with you, okay? So then bar 4 stuff you couldn't take with you. And this will be like, 2 backpacks and a suitcase. New jack flats with no shoelace. Da 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 da. But I couldn't take my home to the new place. Hear that? Okay? Or like, I couldn't take my family to the new place. Right? So, and then we're with you. We're in the movie with you. We're seeing stuff through your eyes, okay? And list stuff you couldn't take with you. Like your family, your home, your friends probably. I don't know, like, just something good and deep like that, okay? So here, I'll write that one out for you. I don't want to shove ideas down your throat.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think that's a lot of good stuff to work with, and then, like, you're, like, pretty much done the verse, you know what I mean? Everything comes from there. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, so I know I talked a lot, but you got...
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got any questions, man?
Yeah, I really like this. You broke it down really easily for me. And then now it's easier for me to picture it, and I know what I was missing.
Yeah.
Like bars. Yeah, people tell me bars and stuff, but it didn't really click. But like you showed me a lot of examples and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it clicks.
Yeah, and like I would say, like you knew what to do. You just didn't like have the words to describe it, kind of.
Yes.
Or like, because I saw you counting the beats. I just don't really think you knew you were counting the beats or something like that. Yeah.
It's like your rap analysis stuff. Like you know what I want to say, but like you put the phrase on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So have you taken music lessons before?
No, never. Just a guitar. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you're pretty good. How old are you?
22.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Cool. Well, yeah. Well, good luck, man. Send me something if you want to meet again. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, take a week and then email me to let me know how it's going, alright?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, see you, Shori. Have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.